people who might hear this and who might be basketball players or football or a different sport, and understand, paddle out at Mavericks is not like going 20 yards. So distance, right? And you're in the Pacific Ocean infested with great whites and undertow and cold.
It's cold as shit too, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like
I was just in there. I know.
Oh yeah, the sharks, the paddle, and then the rocks. You got the boneyard.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay. But then that one wave, that set me off. I honestly never missed a swell after that. Not only did I not leave Ocean Beach, I didn't surf there much after that. I would. I'd pick my days, but once it got up to 10 feet, which is like 20 foot, I mean, it's still those days that Ocean Beach is amazing. It's the paddle out. It's just like you're going to get whacked. You're only going to get one or two, and then you can't get back out.
No, it's hard. It's really,
Where
really hard.
Mavericks, if you play the game right and you set it up, you can sit in the big channel and then work your way into the bowl and get one. And now I won't even get into like the wipeouts and shit and all the near drownings and like that shit. I also almost quit too. Like halfway through it, I almost drowned, and that shit scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I didn't have kids. I had just bought my house, so it was about 20 years ago, and I remember being squished down there on the bottom, not being able to come up, and I had enough time to like see my house, see my family, actually vision who had died there, Mark Fu, and a couple people that did. It was like, oh shit, I'm right where they were. And again, we talk about that mental stability to stay calm in that time. But then I came up, and I didn't even know if I ever wanted to do it again. And I kind of was like, at that point too, of like, whoa, that was like, what am I really doing here? Am I, you know what I mean? I wasn't getting paid, first of all. I still had to buy the surfboards that I keep breaking. The wetsuits, I helped, and they helped me get, some gear. But in reality, is it paying you? What's the high price? The high price is your life. But how much are you willing to pay? And I was like, okay, let me see. Let me go back to the drawing board. And then actually Shane Dorian, he had the same experience, I think, right after I did. I had it like a year before. And then he just came up with the V1 pulley. It's a vest that he almost drowned in the same place at Mav. Same thing. That's where he invented it. And I didn't know anything about it. I started talking about it, and I started wearing these vests underneath my wetsuit that the wakeboarders that go behind the boat.
Yeah.
They got a little bit of padding.
Yeah.
So I started wearing those underneath because I was like, I'm not done. I want to go back.
Yeah.
I need to come up. I need to. So I started adding padding flotation device to my underneath my wetsuit, and then my next wipeout, when I wiped out, that shit worked. I was like,
Popped you up?
It popped me up a little bit faster. Now I still got donuts and spun. I mean, you know what I mean? But that helped me come up. Now I'm working with Buell Wetsuits down here, and they finally designed a wetsuit. I worked with him. It took like way longer than it should have, but surfers, they just talk about it, never get it done. We're going. He's out. He's traveling. But I said we need it for the lifeguards. We need it for kids and big wave surfers. Not just for big wave surfers. For lifeguards and people in the ocean on skis, you can come up earlier. So this one doesn't have the actual CO2 cartridges in it. It just has flotation in it. But they're finally making them, and I mean, this will be my second year finally with it.
Oh, fantastic, man.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
So that's what I mean. The stuff is changing. It's getting better. And just back to Mavericks and how it changed my whole life. It really was that one wave that got me hooked. And then I was like, I'm in. It was like I'm in. And I showed up every time a swell came. My whole life, I didn't care about work, school, girlfriends, anything. I didn't have a house at the time. And I was like, I'm here. This is in my backyard. And then it was cool because then I got to be friends with Jeff Clark. Then the Hawaiians started coming over to, actually guys had to come test it. It's like, let's see what this thing's about. And that was cool, meeting a lot of those guys.
They're good brothers.
super cool people that are just passionate like you that want to do it at the highest level. I mean, you get to that level and you kind of, it's like, okay, you know what? I can do this. I'm doing it.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
you're not
exactly.
doubting yourself. Yeah, you're in there, you're doing it. And when you get one, there's nothing like it. I mean, you get one of those waves. I still think about it all the time. That's what I'm getting ready this year. Like, here I go again. Now I got the blow up vest. I got my kid. I got the 4 cartridge one. I'm gonna try